Welcome to Wayzata High School for a great matchup in prep wrestling. The third match of our tri-meet here this evening. It's number 3 ranked Shakopee against number 6 Wayzata. I'm Jay Wilcox along with television's John Lauritsen, and this is going to be a good one, John. These teams haven't met the last couple of years, but two really good programs getting set to go head-to-head and potentially some great matchups along the way.
Yeah, up and down these lineups are ranked wrestlers, and some ranked very high, too. You know, we have potential to see a 1 versus 2 later on in this dual meet, so this should be a lot of fun. We've been anticipating this. The poor Hopkins Royals, you kind of feel bad because they show up tonight, and they are hitting all kinds of ranked wrestlers. Good test for them, but now they give way here to two very good teams, two of the best teams in the state, setting the square off.
Shakopee winning 3 straight titles, 19, 20, and 21 in Class 3A. Meanwhile, Wayzata obviously has got St. Michael Albertville in their section, so their path to state has been a pretty tough one. I think maybe they're a little better program than what some people have been able to recognize just because of that fact, not being able to get through to the tournament.
Yeah, and you know, Wayzata's always, it seems like for years now, has had St. Michael Albertville in their weight class, or in their section rather, and a lot of those weight classes stacked with St. Michael kids as well. So, you know, you never say never. They have a good lineup. We've seen it already, Jay, tonight. You know, they beat Hopkins pretty convincingly, but, you know, how they pair up with Shakopee will be interesting. You know, the only match both Wayzata and Shakopee lost against Hopkins was at heavyweight. So if these teams kind of line up the way we think they will, this could come down to heavyweight itself.
All right, should be a good one here this evening. A good opportunity for some guys to get their resumes even better, too, if they can beat a good opponent when it comes time to seed for sections or possibly state as well. It's the Sabres of Shakopee and the Wayzata Trojans. They'll hit the mat up next here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Our first match at 107 pounds. For the Sabres, Ethan Vanamenahall. And for Wayzata, 8th grader Mike Cohen.
Welcome back. At 107, we've got Michael Cohen for Wayzata, and I did not catch the name for Shakopee.
Cohen, an 8th grader for Wayzata, gives up a takedown here.
2-point takedown.
Trailing 2-0. Shakopee making a lineup change, at least from what they initially had. They have a ranked wrestler there, an 8th grader, 24-2, Anthony Heim, but this is not Anthony Heim. Heim ranked 2nd in the state. He was the Rumble in the Red champion, 107 pounds. Escape here for Cohen, trailing 2-1 now.
I believe it's Jacob Van Lanningham is the wrestler for the Sabres, and I suspect they're going to be bumping up Heim and Suchta, maybe, would be my guess.
Van Lanningham here with another takedown, leading 4-1.
Kind of wonder if the Sabres got word Wyatt Coonan, who is the Wayzata's 107, got a practice injury, so they didn't want to wrestle him tonight because of that. And the Sabres then, I think, are going to bump Heim and Suchta up more than likely. So
yeah, Suchta, the 114-pounder, could go up to 121. We'll see what happens there. But escape here for Cohen Jr., the 8th grader from Wayzata, trailing 4-2 now. Lanningham, 2 takedowns in the first period, and another shot. Much anticipated dual meet here, Jay, tonight. We mentioned Wyatt Coonan.
2-point takedown.
With that injury, we think happened in practice last night, or at least this week. So a takedown here for Shakopee, leading 6-2. 20 seconds left to go in the first. Cohen trying to get up and out before this period comes to an end if he can. Maybe get another point here. Lanningham trying a little chop. Seems content to try and keep a 6-2 lead intact going into the second. Cohen trying to sit out, maybe get an escape, and he does. Oh, very close, right at the wire. Almost got another escape.
Did not get the escape at the end there.
Referee thought time had run out. It was very close.
6-2, second period.
And Cohen Jr. trailing 6-2. Almost 6-3. He'll start up here, but looks like he's going to give up an escape, make it 7-2.
1-point escape.
Well, here is a good example too, John, where guys who maybe aren't normally in the lineup have to be ready too.
Yeah, nice move there. Yeah, nice counter by Cohen Jr. Almost got the takedown after almost giving up the takedown, but he's going to end up giving 2 here in the end, make it 9-2. And Lanningham leading about halfway through this match. Sabres trying to get on the board first team-wise. A crossface here Van Lanningham's going for. And just looking at the latest guillotine ranking, Shakopee ranked 3rd in the state. In Section 6, there's a crossface. He's trying to work for something there as Van Lanningham. Shakopee ranked 3rd, Wayzata ranked 6th, rather, in Section 5. So state rankings in Class 3 of these teams very close to each other. So it should be a pretty even dual meet overall. And they go off the edge of the mat, 30 seconds left here in the second. 9-2, Jacob Van Lanningham leading Michael Cohen Jr. of Wayzata. Not necessarily the two 107-pounders we initially thought might be on the mat, but
30 seconds in the period.
both getting in the spotlight tonight in what should be hopefully a pretty competitive dual meet.
These head coaches are good friends too and known each other for a long time.
10 seconds.
9-2, the Shakopee 107-pounder leading over Michael Cohen Jr., 8th grader from Wayzata. And they'll go in the third, and Cohen Jr. is going to take down, trailing by 7. And Van Lanningham wants to go right to his feet. So it'll be 9-3 here, and they'll start in the neutral position in the third.
And still an important third period. I mean, does it turn into a major decision? Does it turn into something even more than that? Or does Cohen fight back and really make a match of it down the stretch here? I mean, these team points matter in a one like this.
Yeah, Cohen Jr. almost had a takedown in the second period there for a second. Van Lanningham very quick on his feet, though, too. He was able to counter. There's a shot, very quick shot. Van Lanningham in on the left leg, single leg. Takes him off the mat, trying to finish. Nice countering by Cohen Jr. He's got a wizard in. Lanningham working his way around, trying to take his time to finish this. Steps over. And it looks like he's going to get no signal yet, but he's very close to getting 2.
Cohen
Jr.
got
trying to hang onto that leg. Yeah, no points yet. As long as he hangs onto that leg, he's not going to give it up, but it's close. And Lanningham trying to get a takedown that would make this a major decision. And actually, there it is. 50 seconds to go. He leads by 8. So he would have a major decision if the match would end now, but we still have over 40 seconds left, Jay.
Yeah, I don't think he's content with that. I think he's trying to score more here. He's been kind of the aggressor here. He's had the upper hand for most of the match.
Yeah, Van Lanningham very quick on his feet in the short time we've watched him here this evening. So.
Yeah, and he looks like he has a plan. I mean, he doesn't look like a rookie out there by any means.
No, not at all. He would be the normal, regular 107-pounder on a lot of teams, I think, in the state. Cohen Jr. trying to get an escape, trying to get rid of that major decision. And Lanningham hanging on. He's got to work up, though. Could get dinged for stalling if he doesn't work up. Cohen Jr. really trying hard to get away if he can, but the match is going to end that way. A major decision for Shakopee. They'll lead 4-0 in the dual meet.
At 114.
So nice little clinic on his feet there for Van Lanningham. And a big win for Shakopee to begin this dual meet.
We go to 114, Anthony Heim for Shakopee and Zeke Rodriguez for Wayzata. Heim is ranked second at 107, but bumps up a weight here, and he won the Rumble on the red, which you got to be pretty good to come out on top in that tournament.
Yeah, 24-2 on the season and ranked second in the state. So, but that's at 107. He's in on a takedown here, looks like early on, over Zeke Rodriguez, the 8th grader.
2-point takedown.
For Wayzata, 2-0 Heim leads. The Heim brothers, big part of the Shakopee lineup. A little tilt. Heim's trying for a tilt. He's going to get some back points. He's not broken that hold yet, but he's got 2 near falls so far. We'll see if the ref's going to award 2 there. So I'll make it 4-0.
So far, the lineup moving is working out well for Shakopee.
Yeah, crossface cradle, Jay. He's close to having a pin. He's got it, and he does.
Anthony Heim of the Sabres at 104 with the pin.
So Heim comes through with the pin for Shakopee.
Yeah, pin right there early on. 10-0 now. The Sabres lead. You can see that crossface cradle's got the knee in the side there, the right knee. That's pretty uncomfortable. And a pin for Shakopee. They lead 10-0 now.
The senior Luke Kunin. And for the Sabres, the senior Ben Suchta.
Ben Suchta will go for Shakopee here at 121. He is ranked number 10 at 114, but he's facing Luke Kunin, who is rated number 2 for the Trojans. And Kunin trying to finish off an early takedown, and he'll get it.
Yeah, Wayzata rather looking at this match is a great opportunity to get on the board.
Yeah, it isn't like Ben isn't a good wrestler on the mat, but certainly this is one Wayzata has to get.
Yeah, here comes that tilt. You see some back points here. So it's kind of moving up a weight class here to potentially dangerous. So 2 near fall, they'll restart him in the center. Kunin leading 4-0. Get a restart. Kunin, the senior, as Jay mentioned, ranked second in the state. Riding tough right now.
19-3 is his record, and Suchta just 14-10 coming in, but you know the record.
Yeah, I've seen Wayzata wrestlers doing that. I'm not sure he got enough for a near fall there. He got a 1 count, but I don't think he had a 2, so. Suchta no slouch, but he is up a weight class here against a very good Wayzata wrestler. Kunin still kind of looking for, it seemed like he was still thinking about trying to slap on that tilt if he could. So it's just staying on his base.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go on the first. Wayzata looking for a win here to get on the board.
And I would think this is one Wayzata feels they need bonus points out of too. I mean, not just a decision.
Giving up a major decision and a pin there at 114. You're down 10-0 team score already. So you're right, Jay. I'm thinking, or they're likely thinking here with Kunin, we need more than just a regular decision if we can get it. Kunin, he'll start down to begin the second. Now we got a caution here. We'll restart him.
That's a little nerves, I think, and just anticipation.
Kunin up and out right away. Just 2 seconds in now, 5-0. He leads in on a nice little low ankle single leg there, 7-0. Gonna let him go. You saw him take him down early in the first period. He got that too near fall, but couldn't really turn him. Now he's going through the takedown. Let him go, takedown, let him go, trying to build up a lead that way. And then another single. Gonna get the trip here. And he's got another takedown, 3 in a row now. Just like that, he's in major decision territory. I'm guessing he's thinking more. Putting on a little bit of a clinic now is Kunin. Another single trip. Scorers, keepers having a hard time keeping up here, but it's 15-4. 15-5 as he lets him go yet again. Another takedown for Kunin. No two takedowns the same either, really. I mean, he's putting on a clinic. Younger wrestlers take note. 17-5. Kunin's going to let him go, make it 17-6. He's got the major decision right now. He's probably thinking at least there's a nice shot on the single. Going to switch into a double, gets the takedown.
See if he's going to cut him again, or looks like he will.
19-6. It'll make it 19-7. Now, if he takes him down here, he's going to try and go right to his back. There's a near cradle. He's got it locked up. He's got him locked up. He's got the takedown, and he is close to getting a pin. He's got 20 seconds here, Jay, to do this. Suchna trying to really fight that off, but this would be a big pin for Wayzata. Suchna, though, as you can see, his left shoulder not close to being pinned right now. Kunin trying. He's going to get the tack fall at least, but I don't know that he's going to get that pin that he wanted. Nonetheless, that'll cut the team score in half. With a tack fall here, big tack fall for Wayzata. 24-7, Luke Kunin beating a pretty good Shakopee wrestler who went up a weight to wrestle him. 5 team points, 10-5. Shakopee leads.
Team score now, 10-5.
Yeah, just a takedown clinic for Luke Kunin, one of the top-ranked wrestlers at his weight class in the state. Tries to get the pin here at the end. Maybe for a second it was close, but Suchna able to fight that off.
So Shakopee now up 10-5. We go to 127. Tyler Terzinski, rated number 6 for the Sabres, taking on Michael Graves in an early 2 for Tyler.
Yeah, a couple juniors here. Quick takedown for Terzinski of Shakopee. He's ranked 6th in the state in Class 3A, 127 pounds.
Now on the flip side from the last one, this is one that Shakopee is definitely looking to get bonus points out of.
Yeah, that win by Kunin cuts the lead in half. That tech fall. Terzinski, a quick wrestler. Get that quick takedown, and now subsequently looking for some kind of pinning combination. Michael Graves staying on his base, trying to get to his feet. This is a tilt. Terzinski is trying to work for her, but they're going to run out of real estate. They'll start him back in the center. And Trzynski's going to want to go neutral, so he'll give up the escape 2-1 before the whistle even blows here.
1 point release.
He had that takedown right off the bat. Let's see if he feels pretty confident on his feet. And boy, nice little pick there of the ankle. Kind of pushes up on the head, sweeps for the ankle, and brings him back down the other way.
2-point takedown.
4-1. He's going to cut him loose. We saw Kunin do this in the match before for Wayzata. 4-2 now. That will be another takedown here for Trzynski. 6-2. 45 seconds to go in the first.
1 point release, 2 point takedown. Trzynski.
And he'll cut him loose one more time here. 6-3.
Point release.
Graves taking a shot, but from pretty far away.
30 seconds in the period.
Tough to stop a quick wrestler from dictating what happens on your feet. There's a little arm drag he tries, and then he'll come out
2
the
point
back.
takedown, Trzynski.
With his fourth takedown on the match to make it 8-3.
There's no calling timeout like Graves would like to right now, and like Suchta would have liked to in the last match.
Yeah,
once it gets rolling, it's hard to stop their momentum.
Like a hurricane, and you can't just run off the mat either and get a timeout that way. That's stalling, of course. So we're going to go into the second period here with Tyler Trzynski, the junior captain from Shakopee, leading 8-3. He'll start down.
We look at Alex Van Krevelen, the third-year head coach for the Sabres.
Trzynski trying to get to his feet. Graves trying to bring him back down. Trzynski sits out real nice, rolls through.
And a clasping call coming up here.
Clasping will, you can't lock your hands without an arm in there, a wrist in there, so Graves will give up a point, and they'll restart. That should make it 9-3 now. Trzynski leading. Trzynski right to his feet. Graves trying to bring him back down. Trzynski trying to get his hips out. Clear that. Get an escape. He's close. Actually, he wasn't even thinking escape, Jay. He's thinking reversal, and he's close to getting that. And Graves is just forced to bail. Gives up a reversal. 11-3. Now we're in major decision territory for Shakopee. Trzynski really fluid on the mat. Just keeps moving, whether he's on his feet or on in this position or in the down position. He just keeps moving.
Yeah, you talked about that earlier. You're not thinking about your next move. You're just flowing into it.
Yeah, that's a lot of mat time he's had. Probably freestyle, folk style, going to camps. He's been taught that. There's an arm bar. And he's close to getting a pin here for Shakopee. He's at least picking up some big near fall points, but that's close to being a pin for the Sabres. Trzynski trying to get that 16 points, and he's got it.
That'll do it, 329.
So after a tech fall for Wayzata, Shakopee comes back with a pin at 127 pounds to make this now 16-5 in favor of the Sabres over Wayzata.
Team score now 16-5.
Yeah, he had that arm bar on Graves. He threw it on pretty hard, and you kind of see right there he's got him.
33.
Gets the pin. There's Tyler Trzynski of Shakopee.
And for the Sabres, sophomore Calvin Miller.
We've got Calvin Miller out there for Shakopee against Logan Swenson. Swenson ranked number 1, Miller ranked number 10. So this is another one of those good-looking matches on paper. But again, Wayzata, I think, feeling like we got to just not just win, but we got to dominate. But Miller is obviously a good opponent as well.
Playing good defense so far here. Swenson in on his legs, but he's trying to get it around him, get those hips. It's a kind of a game of hips right now, or match of hips. Who can get in better position? You can see Swenson trying to lock that leg, pull his head out. And Miller almost, in that position, you're looking for a stalemate to get out of it. If anything, get a restart. But Swenson still in a position to score. The ref notes it as well. Doesn't call the stalemate. Yeah, there's two right there. You could tell he kind of had him at that point, but Miller killed almost a minute just playing defense right there, Jay, before he gives up that takedown.
Yeah, he got it into an awkward position, and Swenson, you give him credit, he didn't stop coming. He realized he was close to getting that takedown. In fact, he was looking up at the referee, okay, do I have it now? And yes, he did.
We had one of those scrambles for a few seconds that you see at the college level sometimes. So Swenson cuts him loose, leading 2-1.
30 seconds in the period.
Senior from Wayzata.
Runner-up last year.
Two ranked wrestlers, yeah. As you mentioned, Jay Swenson, the top-ranked wrestler at 133 pounds in Class 3A, and Miller, no slouch himself, a sophomore. He's ranked 10th. He takes a shot here on a single with those long arms. Swenson sprawling, playing defense now himself a little bit, trying to turn it into offense. And this first period is going to come to an end. 2-1, Logan Swenson of Wayzata, one of their top wrestlers, leads.
Second period.
Interesting, too, in that both these, if they stay at this weight, they both have some pretty tough guys in their section, too. In the Wayzata section, you got Gavin Jackson ranked 3rd from St. Michael. And then for Miller, if he's going to be staying at this weight, we got Zatavius Williams from Eden Prairie, ranked number 6. So winning a section title even won't be easy for either of these guys.
Yeah, and both guys getting ready. Swenson really wants to get up and out or work for a reversal right off the bat here. He'll start down to begin the second, leading 2-1. Hard-fought takedown in the first. Cut Miller loose, and that's the score you see right now, 2-1. Swenson spinning here, trying to kind of face Miller at the least or turn it into a reversal, which he's close to getting. And he's got it, 4-1 now he leads. Gives himself some breathing room in this match. Goes for that crossface there. Trying to ride Miller tough. Miller trying to stand up. They go off the edge of the mat. They'll get a restart. Wayzata trying to swing the momentum back in their direction. Swenson's going to at least make it appear like he's going to cut Miller loose. And that's what happens. 4-2 now with the escape. Miller reaching there, not really taking a shot, reaching. It's going to cost him a takedown. 6-2 as Swenson comes around behind him. Opening up this match a little bit. Got a crossface. So he works for that corkscrew.
The clock has not been running. It's they were good 20 seconds at least went by that. I don't know whose advantage that'll be, but
yeah, that's interesting to see how the coaches handle this and the referee, but scorer's table. I think our clock is right, and I think the clock you're seeing in the gym is 14 seconds behind, roughly. Nonetheless, Swenson riding tough, but not quite able to turn Miller. He's going to cut him loose again. Depending on whose clock you're looking at, he's going to have a lot of time or somewhat.
I think they're going to go discuss it right now.
I think they moved it to 45 seconds. I think that was a lot of conviction with making that decision. So here we go. And there are questions here. It looks like Shakopee coaches want to talk about this a little bit more. But how much time's left, I believe, is the discussion.
Yeah, the clock just plain didn't start for a long time, and they didn't notice it.
It felt like there was a good 20 seconds before that started where they did not move the clock at all. It just was stuck, or maybe somebody forgot to hit a button. Eric Swenson, the head coach of Wayzata. I think these coaches know each other. They're kind of.
Second period, 40 seconds.
Kind of going after each other a little bit, but I think it's all in good fun. 6-3 here. Another escape for Miller. Swenson wants to go back to his feet. We think there's 25 seconds left. He's going to get a, yeah, he doesn't have it yet. You can see that Miller's hanging onto that arm. Swenson in good position, though, to score. He's got the 2.
2-point takedown.
And now he's got some back points.
10 seconds.
I don't know that Miller's close to being pinned here. He's getting in a rough position. The clock is ironically on his side here.
Third period.
Will
we
be
got 2
2
near
more
fall.
on the near fall, but Swenson will take a 7-point lead into the third.
2-point near fall. 10-3 Swenson.
He opened that match up there, that takedown, the 2-point near fall, Jay, and now Miller will start down, and Swenson at least gives the impression he's going to cut him loose, and he does. 10-4 with that escape from Miller. Wrestlers tied up here, and they'll go off, way off, and they'll get a restart. 1:42 left in the third. Wayzata trying to get back in the win column in this much anticipated dual meet with Shakopee. Shakopee ranked 3rd, Wayzata ranked 6th, respectively, in Class 3A.
Miller's done a pretty good job hanging in. I mean, yeah, he'd love to pull off the upset, but just if he can keep it to a simple decision would be.
This is a
good
big
for them.
takedown here. That gives you a major decision at this point, 12-4 now for Logan Swenson of Wayzata. But you're right, Jay. Yeah, he did go to his back at the end of the second, and that looked like it had potential to be a pretty serious pinning position to be caught in, but the clock ran out, and he did give up some near fall, but it was only 2 at that point. Swenson working that crossface, trying to keep Miller on the mat now. He's got a pretty deep crossface there. Miller, I think for the sake of the team, knows that he doesn't want to get himself in trouble here. Let's see Swenson working back for that tilt. He's going to get it. Yeah, he's got at least 2. He's hoping for that 3 near fall. Miller, you can see his shoulders.
3 near fall.
Breaks the
for
hold.
Swenson.
Swenson, though, is going to maintain control. Ref looking at that leg. He's going to, I think we'll call it potentially dangerous for a second. 15-4. This will be a major decision win for Wayzata and Logan Swenson. That'll give them 14 points. Make it 16-9 in favor of Shakopee in the team score right now. Hard-fought win for Logan Swenson. Beat a pretty good wrestler from Shakopee.
Sabres 16, Trojans 9. 139-pound match. Joseph Heim at 139. And the Trojans junior, Jake Luther.
Jake Leitard will go for Wayzata against Joseph Heim at 139. This one that certainly the Sabres expect to get.
Yeah, Heim, a pretty good-looking 8th grader there for Shakopee. Luther, junior for Wayzata. I'm trying to get that double leg finished. He's close. Luther fighting him off.
He does get his 2.
He does get the 2 on Leitard, yeah. So they go off the edge of the map, but he kept his feet in bounds. Just like a catch in football, you keep those feet in bounds. If you have control, the referee will give you a takedown, and that's the case here for Heim. Leitard trying to sit out. Heim able to maintain control. Leitard tries a little roll.
Almost got himself into a stack position there.
See wrestlers do that, and if they don't finish it, sometimes they get caught in a precarious situation. But Leitard, the junior. I'm trying to throw on a half Nelson type of thing here.
Ooh, almost
had him in
his
trouble.
back.
Ryder trying to face him. I'm kind of looking for that near cradle or some way to turn Leidert if he can. For all the action here, still just 2-0, Joseph Hyam. 8th grader from Shakopee, 12-4 on the season. At the 139-pound weight class. Leidert up, trying to get out, trying to peel those hands, trying to get his hips out. Hyam is going to bring him back down to the mat. Less than 20 seconds to go here in the first, 2-0. Kind of a little bit of a
10 seconds.
Russian Turk there he's going for. It's Hyam, but not able to get any back points on it. Close there.
Right at the end?
Yeah,
Not
I
quite.
don't think he got a 2 count, though. No points. Nope. Got a 1 count from the referee for near fall, but that was it.
Hyam will defer his choice, and Leidert is going to choose both up, I believe, is what the word from his coaches.
They get a fresh start on his feet. There's a shot by Hyam. He's got long arms. He kind of reaches in there. Not the best shot, but he's got strength and leverage to try and pull Leidert back on and take him down. Leidert trying to sprawl, but not able to do it, to no avail there. Takedown for Hyam. Now Hyam's trying to work for a pinning combination right off the bat. A little bit of a Turk here.
I did not think he was going to be able to finish that.
I did not. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of space there, but he did. Impressive move. There's some back points. The Shakopee coach is on him, want him to readjust for half, but he's still got this arm bar in. Trying to keep Leidert on the mat. And trying to lock up what we used to call like a, I'm not sure they still called this, but a little country boy move. You got that arm stuck behind the back, locked up, and kind of an underhook. Now it's kind of a half Nelson type of thing if you can get to the side and turn them. But Leidert does a nice job of breaking that hold. He gives up back points.
2-point takedown.
6-0. Leidert trying to maybe, if he can, work for an escape here. Hyam's got that ankle. We're going to get a stalemate. I haven't seen a lot of blood time tonight, Jay, like we saw up in Osseo last week. Night and day difference.
33 seconds in the period.
Leidert just over 30 seconds left, trying to get up and out, trailing 6-0. Goes back to that arm behind the back. Got him flattened out there a little bit.
10 seconds.
Leidert getting that arm back, so it looks like Hyam's going to run out of time to score anymore in this period anyway, but he'll take a 6-0 lead after 2 here.
6-0, Joseph Hyam of Shakopee.
And he wants both up as well here as we go to the third. Kind of unusual to see a match where both guys choose both up.
Yeah, there's a shot by Hyam. Nice shot. Leidert trying to play defense, but he's in a tough spot here. Hyam pulls that head out. He's going to have 2. That arm around the back. He's got the 2 points. 8-0.
Joseph Hyam.
So looking at a major right now, but he's come close to, he's turned him a couple times and he wants to do it again here.
Now, Leidert has not been easy to turn in this match. And Hyam has tried quite a few different variations to turn him. I'm still in control. We'll get another stalemate. We saw that at the end of the second period, too, where Leonard was able to face Heim, but not able to score, and Heim not really able to regain full control, although he never lost any points for Leonard getting away or getting an escape or reversal or anything. So they get a restart. You got an arm bar here by Heim, it looks like is what he's trying to manufacture. He's got Leonard, at least for the moment, sprawled out for a second. Leonard trying to get back to his base. Not for lack of effort with Heim trying to turn Jake Leonard, the junior from Wayzata. Two-on-one ride here, just 30 seconds left in the match. Got a major decision at this point for Shakopee. If it ends with Heim leading by 8, that would be 4 team points for the Sabres. They lead 16-9 in the team score. 15 seconds to go. Leonard trying to escape. Oh, he gets in trouble there a little bit.
10 seconds.
Heim trying to turn him once again. Has not had much luck in this match, though. Leonard fighting hard. And that's how it'll end.
And the victory by decision.
So Heim does get the major for Shakopee, but Leonard stays in there anyway and doesn't give up more than 4.
Now the Sabres 20. Wayzata 9. At 145 for Wayzata is the junior, Kaden Wong. And the senior for the Sabres, Connor Warren.
It'll be Caden Wong for Wayzata, Connor Warren for Shakopee. Connor ranked 5th at 139.
Yeah, quick takedown for him.
Connor Warren.
He's 19-2 on the season is Connor Warren. 4th in state last year. Wong won his first match against Hopkins. Quickly down 2-0 here.
Warren throwing the legs in and going to work.
Kind of an arm bar and half Nelson type of thing going on. There's a lot going on here, but there's a half Nelson. Oh, he's got Wong in trouble. Warren very close to getting a pin early. Wong fighting hard, but he's in a tough position to be with a minute to go here in the first. See Warren working for that pin, and he gets it. Oh, we got potentially dangerous. Never mind, I take that back. It's 5-0. It must have been a potentially dangerous there at the ref called. I thought he slapped the mat. He did not. Good news for Caden Wong, but he trails 5-0 to the senior captain from Shakopee. Back to that half Nelson is Warren, and he's got him in trouble again. He's going to have at least back points. He's going for the pin. You can see that left shoulder, Jay, is still up. Warren really working on that left arm of Wong's.
Wong fighting hard, and he's going to survive, at least for now.
He spent much of this first period on his back. Warren, though, will chalk up 3 more near fall, leading 8-0 over Caden Wong of Wayzata.
20 seconds.
Keeps going back to that half Nelson in a variety of different ways, and clearly that's a signature move for Connor Warren.
10 seconds.
Looks like Wong is going to survive the period anyway. He is down big, but 8-0 Warren after 1.
8-0 Connor Warren.
Yeah, you got to give Caden Wong credit. He spent a good chunk of that period on his back, so able to fight that off, get to the second. And looks like Warren wants to pick up. You don't see that too often, Jay, but that's the sign of a wrestler who really feels comfortable with the pinning combinations he has in his repertoire, and he's that half. He's been putting on that power half.
I was going to say the way the first period went probably gave him confidence that this is the right choice too.
Yeah. A lot of near fall points. Here's a little bit of a kind of a deep waist tilt. No points there, though. Here goes back to the armbar. Does Connor Warren. Flattening him out. Warren just rides tough, though. In college, he'd be racking up the riding time. There's a half. There's that half again. He's got Wong in trouble here. That's a big pin for Shakopee.
And the stiff Connor Warren. Official time.
So
yeah, that was
takes care of the business there.
Kept going to that half Nelson, did Connor Warren to Shakopee, and then that last time it worked. To get the 16 points now for the Sabres. Now leading 26-9.
Sophomore Kyler Walters. And for Wayzata, sophomore Nate Granberg.
Nate Granberg for Wayzata and Kyler Walters for Shakopee here at 152.
A couple of juniors facing off.
Walters 25-5 and rated number 5.
Yeah, he's kind of got Granberg in a precarious situation there off the bat. No takedown yet, but he's in. There it is. There's the 2.
2-point takedown, Walters.
Going right to the crossface. Trying to hook up a cradle. Is Kyler Walters. Another ranked wrestler for Shakopee. They're up and down the lineup. He's got that cradle locked up, Jay, but he's has not been able to quite turn Granberg yet. There he goes. He's got it that way now, and he's going to have him pretty tight here. Granberg in trouble. Is that in danger of giving up another pin? Granberg fighting tough, but he gives up the pin. Shakopee, minute 20.
118.
Actually, 118 is the time, but nonetheless, another 16 points for the Shakopee Sabres
32-9.
to take a 32-9 lead.
160 pounds for the Trojans, senior Charlie Pettit.
And here we go to 160.
And the 10th grader Jackson Van for the Sabres. Congratulations, Kyler Walters, his 100th career win.
That was the 100th win for Walters, and we do get our matchup at 160. Number 1, Charlie Pettit against number 2, Jackson Barron.
I was going to say, Jay, this was the match we've been talking about ahead of time. Both coaches leaving these guys at their respective weights, and 1 versus 2, you don't see that very often in the middle of January. Non-conference dual meet like this, so this should be a good match.
Pettit came into the night 18-5, and Barron at 26-2.
Yeah, 2 really good wrestlers squaring off here, 2 of the best on their respective teams, and nobody taking a shot yet.
Got to believe the number 1 spot in the rankings kind of on the line here. Obviously, like you said, John, it matters more what happens in the postseason, but if Barron were to be able to get a win, you'd have to believe he'd slide ahead of Pettit.
Yeah, he likely would. And Wayzata needs a win here.
Yeah, the dual meet score has really gotten away from them,
gotten
probably
out of
more
control
than they were hoping.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time to make that up to the Trojans. So, and then Shakopee's got some good wrestlers coming up still too. So, nobody taking a shot yet. 25 seconds to go in the first. There's a shot by Pettit. He's in on a single. You can see how Barron's countering. He's grabbing those ankles, or at least that right ankle of Pettit, to try and keep him from getting his leg up and getting that leverage he needs to take him down. 10 seconds, we're going to get a stalemate. 5 seconds, I should say, stalemate. They're going to restart here at the end of the first.
Good defensive move by Barron.
It really was a good counter move. And as a result, we're going to end the first with no score.
You could kind of just feel a little like extra buzz in the air when these two, when they realize, yep, they're going to send them out against each other.
Yeah,
no reason not to at this point. I feel like
I like that they did this, and I think it's good for the wrestlers too. Pettit will start down, so conceivably you'd have the first chance to score points here in this match. He just needs an escape to be up 1-0. Barron brings him back down to the mat, though. Some authority there. Crossface from Barron.
The type of match where you probably don't expect to see, a pin or even a lot of turns, more of a strategic, tight, low-scoring one would be sort of my expectation.
And so far, that's what we have is, 30 seconds into the second, no score. Pettit initially trying to stand up, but not able to finish. And Barron bringing him back down the mat. You can see that crossface he's working on Pettit here. This is a match that in college, riding time would maybe come into play, but we don't have that at the high school level. So they're going to restart here with 1:12 to go in the second. 1 versus 2 in 3A. Charles Pettit ranked first in the state for Wayzata. Jackson Barron ranked second in the state for Shakopee. No score, almost halfway through this match. Barron I think the plan here is to try and ride Pettit out the whole period if he can. And then start down in the third and get that escape to take a lead if he can. Pettit not able to do much on the bottom. Barron riding really tough right now.
He hasn't come close to turning him, but he also hasn't come close to getting up.
First period, much the same way. I mean, the closest we saw to scoring in that first period was Pettit in on a nice shot, but Barron able to counter and get the stalemate. We got a.
And there's a point awarded to Pettit.
1 point stall.
That was awarded to Barron.
I'm sorry, Barron.
Well, they'll give him a lead here. A quick stall call. I don't know if I should say it was quick, but the referee obviously feeling like Pettit not doing enough. Barron, that stalling call now comes into play for him because he's going to choose down here, I have to believe, going into the third period, leading 1-0. So a big point.
1-0 Van.
And he'll choose down. So he's thinking escape or reversal, and that could be the difference. Now Pettit had a nice shot in that first period, so even giving up an escape here is not the end of the world. He can get a takedown and tie that up. Barron trying to stand up. Pettit trying to maintain control. And he's just going to cut him loose. So that's 2-0 Barron, but a takedown from Pettit would tie this thing up. He was in deep on his legs before. Well, both sides get into this match, especially the Shakopee side right now is really into it. They know you have a top-ranked wrestler trying to beat the top-ranked wrestler, Jay, and that makes it very exciting no matter what the team score is. Pettit in, Barron countering, 1:14 to go, lots of time in this match still.
Seems like Barron's been the aggressor. Really,
I was just going
overall.
to say that, Jay. Yeah, my observation, too, is a shot by Barron, but they go off. Just over a minute left. I agree. It feels like Barron has come out here with a lot of energy. He leads 2-0. One of those points, a stall call against Charles Pettit of Wayzata. Keep in mind, though, as we know, Jay, a takedown would tie this thing up if Pettit's able to pull it off. Trying to change levels there. 44 seconds left to go. There's a shot by Pettit. He's in deep. Oh, boy. And I tell you what, I think Barron used the edge of the match there to his advantage, hopping backwards. That was a nice shot by Pettit. See if he can do it again.
It's getting loud in here, folks.
It is.
30 seconds in the match.
Not a lot of scoring here, but a good match. Tough to call Barron for stalling because he's not backing up. But Pettit has been the aggressor on the feet.
Now we get a stalling caution.
Keep going after him is what you got to do if you're Pettit, because a stall call can come into play. Pettit's got to shoot now. He's got to keep shooting. And he's going to run out of time.
Barron will pull out a 2-0 victory in a 1 versus 2 matchup. It's number 2 getting the dub.
Big win there for Jackson Barron, ranked second in the state over top-ranked Charles Pettit, senior of Wayzata. A couple times Pettit in nice on shots, just not able to finish. There's one of them right there, double leg. Barron knowing where he's at on the mat, I have to think, and able to kind of bounce backwards. And Pettit just running out of room.
We go to 172, Jack Ferguson for Shakopee and David Fable for Wayzata.
Ferguson, another ranked wrestler for Shakopee. He's a captain too, 18-7 on the year, ranked 6th in the state. Fable with the win against Hopkins.
As you would expect with a team ranked this high and with the record they have, not a lot of holes in the Sabres lineup. I mean, you start thinking, when do we get to somebody who's a little bit weaker? And for the most part, you don't.
No, they're stacked. Good chance of winning their section and doing some damage at state. Hard to think that we're just a month away from sections coming up. No score here yet. Ferguson and Fable. Ferguson trying to kind of do an underhook on Fable here. Fable, a strong wrestler. He had a nice win in his first match against Hopkins.
Ferguson has been put to the test here so far. Probably, I don't know, I venture to say more than he was expecting.
Yeah, and Fable, a pretty strong wrestler. You can see him sprawl right there.
10 seconds.
Taking on a ranked wrestler, but not giving up a takedown here in the first period. At least not yet. And he'll get through that first period 0-0. So Ferguson will choose down. 172 pounds. Fable will start up then.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like he's given up a little weight, and Ferguson did weigh in at 160.5 here tonight.
A couple of those guys are going to drop, or what their plan is. There's an escape.
And Fable weighed in at 170, so he is about 10 pounds heavier, and it kind of looks like it right now, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And Ferguson does take the lead with that escape, but yeah, there's a little bit of a size difference for sure. We've seen Fable wrestle tough. Kind of in on a single, but his head is down. You can see Ferguson sprawling. So Fable, even though he's hanging on that leg, he's not really in a good position to score here. Ferguson trying to peel those hands and come around the back. I think that keeping that from happening is Fable hanging on to that right leg of Ferguson. No score yet, but Ferguson trying to work this out. Ferguson slowly trying to come around and get that takedown. But again, Fable, you can see he's still got that leg of Ferguson. Ref might be thinking stalemate. Not yet. This is eating up a lot of the period, though. And in a scramble like this, he's not gonna give a stalemate for that very reason. Yeah. Fable takes the lead, 2-1. Now 2-2 with the escape, 30 seconds left.
1 point escape. 30 seconds in the period.
Ferguson in on a single. Fable able to sprawl. Oh, nice takedown by Ferguson. Takes the lead back, 4-2 with that takedown.
Ten seconds in the period.
Got 10 to go here in the second. Fable trying to get to his feet here late and see if he can't steal a point at the end, but not quite going to happen.
4-2. Jack Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson, nice takedown there right at the end to regain the lead.
Third period.
Did you wrestle with a beard usually?
No, I didn't think that was allowed. That's changed. I've seen mustaches and beards here, but something changed in a long time since I've been out of high school. Fable starting down, trailing 4-2. Wayzata really could use a win here to kind of at least get those spirits back. A lot of energy on that Shakopee sideline, especially during that Barron Pettit match. Escape there for Fable. Now a takedown away from taking the lead. Shot by Ferguson. Oh, Fable coming around. He's close to getting two.
Oh,
I think he's got it. Yeah, he'll take the lead here, 5-4. Leading a ranked wrestler right now.
1 point escape.
Ferguson gets the escape, 5-5.
Boy, nice edge of mat wrestling there by Fable, huh? I mean, it was like Ferguson maybe almost let up a little bit, like he was thinking they were going to be out.
I've been impressed with Fable tonight. He's wrestled very well. He's got a shot here. Let's go. Ferguson trying to come out. Fable's got himself in kind of a tough spot, though. Ferguson sprawling, 5-5, 40 seconds to go. 172. You can see Fable's just a strong kid, and now he's gone from a single to a double, all with his head kind of down like that. And the ref's going to call a stalemate and restart him. It was tough to see anybody scoring in that position, but Fable just keeps driving.
Tied up late. We'll see. You got to think next takedown probably wins this.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go. It'd be even if Wayzata loses this match, this would be a big win for them. Individual standpoint for Fable. Fable though in trouble. He's going to give up that two. Ferguson able to work his way around him. And now Fable's in trouble, 7-5. Ferguson getting the takedown at the end. Winning a close match.
That was not easy. Good fight put up by Fable, with Ferguson scoring the late takedown to pull out a 7-5 win.
That makes the team score 38-9 after 10 matches. Here right at the end, Ferguson tied at 5, able to sprawl. You can see that left hand of Fable not able to hang on any longer. Just keeps coming around as Ferguson to get that takedown to get the win for Shakopee.
We go to 189. It'll be Aiden Fartacek for Wayzata, Landon Rouse for Shakopee, and the Sabres you see dominating. Only Luke Kunin and Logan Swenson have won tonight for Wayzata, not what they had in mind coming in.
I think the Trojans are hoping to get this win here. Fartacek Jr. Rouse, a 10th grader for Shakopee, came into tonight 11-16, a third-year wrestler for the Sabres. Fartacek almost getting a takedown there early on. Minute and a half to go here in the first. There's a shot by Rouse. Oh, a nice toss by Fartacek. He might get a pin here, Jays. Close. Beautiful toss. Very close to getting a pin is Aiden Fartacek. Be big for the Trojans here to kind of get that pin regardless of the team score. And you can see that Rouse able to keep his shoulders up for a second. Can he hang on that way for another 50-some seconds here in the first? Barticek is close to getting that pin, ever so close. Yeah, he's going back to that reverse half, though. Rouse trying to get off the mat, I think, just squirming that way. Barticek gets it right on the edge.
So Wayzata getting something to cheer about for the first time in a while as Barticek getting the pin.
It makes it look a little more respectable. Look at that. It's one of the better lateral drops I've seen in a long time. Beautiful toss by Aiden Barticek. And then he worked for that pin. It took a while. Rouse fighting hard, but Barticek ultimately getting the pin in the first period for the Trojans.
Jack Brandt for Wayzata, Dominic Heim for Shakopee.
Couple seniors here, but Heim, two-time state place winner, ranked third for Shakopee. 19-4, he gets a quick takedown on Brandt. Brandt keeps moving.
Heim at one time was in the Wayzata program also, so probably a little extra emphasis for him.
He's got that cross face here. Looks like he's trying to maybe lock up a cradle on Brandt.
Kind of get the feeling he'd like to return the favor after seeing Wayzata get a pin there and come out and just reestablish control.
Yeah, Heim's got him in trouble here. That's a tough move to be caught in. And it looks like a pin, and it is. Minute 5-second pin for Heim. Shakopee. Heim brothers dominating tonight. There's another win for them, another win for Shakopee. 44-15 now as we head to the final match of the night.
At the heavyweight division, the sophomore,
It will be Briggs Opp for Wayzata and Max Coles for Shakopee, our final match of this one and the final match of the evening as Shakopee is dominated. We'll see who comes out on top in this heavyweight matchup.
Yeah, both guys lost to Logan Ross of Hopkins. Heavyweight for Hopkins in their respective dual meets. But both had their chances and were ahead of Ross at different points before losing. Shakopee has won this dual meet, but you got to believe Wayzata would love to end the night with some kind of win here at heavyweight. Cole's a senior for the Sabres, Opp a sophomore. Cole's just his second year in wrestling.
A little more even weight matchup too as Coles weighed in at 242 and Briggs at about 235, so both were giving up a fair amount of weight to their first opponent, Ross.
Yeah, Ross definitely a bigger heavyweight than both of these guys. He was a state entrant for Hopkins last year.
Yeah, and this is the one weight class where obviously you see quite a range of weights. You can weigh as much as 285, but you'll see, a lot of teams will have somebody who's more in the 230, 240 range. And
you get up here, it's harder to, you're kind of locked in. Years ago, they never even had 215, so they added that, I don't know how many years ago now, but that gives you a chance if there's a really good heavyweight at your school on your team that if you want to get down to 215, there's an option for you.
10 seconds.
I have a feeling these two guys are going to stay at heavyweight. Opp, he took Ross down to the wire against Hopkins. Coles, too, at times was ahead of
No score.
the Hopkins senior before getting pinned.
Scoreless first. Opp will defer, and Coles will choose down here to begin the second.
And Opp is going to at least give the appearance of an optional start. Like he's going to cut Coles loose, but we'll see if he actually does. He did not. The big fellas go off the edge of the mat. They'll get a restart. I think Shakopee showing tonight, Jay, just how loaded they really are. Because Wayzata is a good team, but Shakopee just about, at the very least, every other weight class has a ranked wrestler. And those guys know what they're doing on the mat, too. They're well coached, and they look good out there. So I'm trying to act like he's going to cut him loose. Coles comes out the back and gets the reversal, though. He'll lead 2-0. First points of this match for the Shakopee senior.
I'm going to throw on a crossface here.
Coles trying to work for that. Cole's record below 500, but you got to wonder who he's been wrestling this year, because I know Shakopee's wrestled some very stiff competition. Opp trying to stand up, trying to get out, runs out of time. You get a warning for caution. Again, Shakopee just not doing enough on top. Referee's going to restart him. I'm trying to get to his feet, trying to peel those hands, trying to get his hips out. See the Shakopee coach is telling him, just cut him loose, so he does. It's 2-1 now.
Yeah, if he's not returning to the mat, he's going to need another stall, so that smart choice to just let him go at that point.
Wayzata coach is on motion, try and get some circulation going. 30 seconds to go in the second.
In the period.
They circle with Coles, try and set up for something, and they're going to go off the mat. Onto the gymnasium floor, they'll get a restart.
Stalling, caution on Opp for backing up there.
Notice with these officials, they're not messing around with the stalling, it seems like, in any of these dual meets tonight. So they want these guys to wrestle. Opp trailing 2-1, kind of falls down there for a second. And Coles got hurt, looked like his wrist or hand. He's trying to shake it off like he's okay, but
I think it might have been his finger got
jammed or something. It was an interesting sequence because Opp fell over and Coles got hurt. So
yeah, I think when his hand was coming forward, it jammed into the body of Opp there, and he just reacted with pain, and he shook it off right away. But
yeah, tough kid. He shook that off. So
Third period.
and it looks like yeah, it's going to be neutral here to start the third. So a takedown here for Opp would. Oh, you can see it. It looked like when Coles landed on the mat,
1 point release.
he landed awkwardly on his hand. So sprained finger or jammed it or something, but it looks like he's okay now. And we have a pretty good match here on our hands. It's going to be a takedown for Coles.
Max Coles.
Nice looking takedown, too.
they're telling him to cut him loose, it looks like here.
And we're going to have an escape, though, 4-3. So still a ball game here, JB. Cole's nice looking takedown, cuts him loose. But now Opp's got to be thinking a takedown gives him the lead. On the other hand, another takedown for Coles would put him in good command of this match, getting 4-3.
CU has more left in the tank down the stretch here too, a minute 20 to go, and they've been pushing back and forth on each other. Pretty good energy though for heavyweights, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of how Opp was in his match against Ross from Hopkins. Oh, had a chance to spin around there. Cole's kind of missed shot.
Anyways, at a bench feeling like an opportunity was missed there.
Hey, when he fell down like that, you spin around for two if you can. Up a sophomore here for the Trojans. Can't back up too much, though. The ref's going to keep him going. You got 40 seconds to go. There's a shot by Opp, but kind of an awkward one. Cole's in on a leg. They'll go off. That's countered by Coles after Opp missed that. He kind of went in on his leg. Ran out of room, but was in on a nice shot.
Cole's still up by one. Opp looking for a takedown to try and grab the lead.
There's a shot by Opp. And they're going to go off the edge of the mat.
Oh, we're going to be a point awarded there for stalling on Coles for pushing him off the mat, and it'll be 4-4.
With a tie match now. Coles didn't agree with the call.
And now Shakopee wants backing up, and they're going to get it. It's 5-4 now for Coles, as Opp was charged with backing off the mat.
So after that 10 seconds back and forth, the stall calls were still where we were earlier. The 1-point lead for Coles is just 10 seconds left here. Opp trying to reach for those legs. Can't back up here, either guy. Coles hanging on that arm, not letting Opp really shoot on him. And that'll get him a win, 5-4. The exclamation point for Shakopee.
And your final score.
So the Sabres pull out a close victory in the heavyweight match to wrap up a dominant night here as they take it to Wayzata 47-15. John, we thought maybe we'd see one a little bit closer coming in, but Shakopee showing why they're ranked number 3.
Well, you can't take too much away from Wayzata. They got some very good wrestlers in their lineup, but that just maybe is a testament to how good Shakopee really is. They look good. They look like a contender for a state title this year in 3A.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this one here tonight at Tri-Meet. Shakopee defeating both Hopkins and Wayzata. The final in this one is Sabres 47, Trojans 15. For John Lauritsen and all of our crew, MJ Wilcox, thanks for joining us for high school wrestling on CCX.